It's nice to see you, the other Jimmy.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 brutal Jimmy Carr moments.
When Comedy Central was putting together the lineup for tonight, Ralph Macchio's name was at the very top of the list. And that list was marked worst case scenario. I looked it up on the internet and Google said, me either. The only people who get more concussions than NFL players are their wives.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're going to be looking at times Jimmy pulled no punches during his stand-up shows, TV appearances, and interviews. As always with Jimmy Carr, be prepared for some mature subject matter. This time we'll let Jimmy do most of the talking, so be sure to let us know your favourite moment down below in the comments. Number 10, the unnecessary roast of Susie Dent. 8 out of 10 Cats does countdown. Jimmy and bullying his Cats Does Countdown co-star Susie Dent, name a more iconic duo.
Small, wild, and with an insatiable appetite for nuts. Susie was delighted.
Under the guise of a seemingly innocent question, this one is so ruthless that it leaves the other panelists in a mix of laughter and shock.
Susie, what have you been looking into recently? Other than glory holes.
Among the gingerly sorry from Jimmy and the wiping of tears, the look on Susie's face as he tries to go on with the show says it all. And let's be honest, when was the last time you heard a joke so rude, it even had Joe Wilkinson breaking character? Exactly.
The most unnecessary joke.
Number 9, taking on Big Nasty. The Big Nasty Show.
Make some noise for Jimmy Carr!
At first glance, Jimmy may seem like a fish out of water when appearing on The Big Nasty Show. But the ensuing roast battle proves that he's actually a shark. What's so unflinching about this exchange is the complete lack of pleasantries.
What were you saying about going to the gym? What were you... Let's go rewind to that, my friend, because what's your favourite machine? The vending?
From Carr's first fat joke 30 seconds in, all the way to Nasty's dig at Jimmy's helmet hair, the two very different men just get straight into it. Watching the highlights of this tennis match of insults is like witnessing worlds collide, and it's no holds barred for this epic showdown.
You need to say that again, because that's the only exercise he's ever had.
Number 8, roasting Peyton Manning and the entire NFL. Comedy Central roast of Rob Lowe.
Rob Riggle claims he used to be a Marine. But he also claims he's now a comedian, so I don't know what to believe.
It takes some serious courage to roast an NFL legend, but it takes even more to then aim your sights at the entire league afterwards. During the roast of Rob Lowe, Carr makes sure that nobody feels left out by insulting his way across the whole star-studded cast.
Obviously, I don't know much about American football, but I'm told Peyton Manning is one of the top 3 quarterbacks in his family.
As if making a very un-PC joke about the NFL isn't enough, he then doubles down on their spouses.
Come on, the only people who get more concussions than NFL players are their wives.
Oof. If there's one man that can insult a whole league of terrifyingly large men and get away with it, it's Jimmy Carr. Number 7, destroying the competition. Jeff Ross presents Roast Battle.
I was going to talk about Christie's career, but it's like trying to punch fog. There's nothing there.
Now this one is just painful. You should know 2 things when going into a roast battle against Jimmy Carr. 1, he's going to eviscerate you, and 2, you better bring some good comeback material. Unfortunately for Christy Cello, only one of these came to fruition.
I looked it up on the internet and Google said, me either.
After laying a verbal slam dunk on Christy, she attempts to roast Jimmy, but it's utterly pathetic, as you can tell by the look on Jimmy's face.
If there is one American Jimmy reminds me of, it's Donald Trump, because they both are convicted criminals and their fans should know better.
Number 6, Rob's teeth. 8 out of 10 Cats does countdown.
Rob is really looking forward to getting his teeth into Countdown, which means there won't be much of it left.
Very few panelists get out of 8 out of 10 Cats unscathed, but poor Rob has it worse than most. The Jake Hager lookalike is always on the receiving end of Jimmy's quickfire wit for his pearly whites.
Rob, when the Tooth Fairy came when you were a child, what did you do with the money? Did you buy a car?
And while we can't say we're not often distracted by Rob's gnashers, Jimmy seems to take more offense to them than anyone else.
Are you here for Rob?
Number 5, sticking up for Henning Wehn. 8 out of 10 cats does countdown. When ticking off Jimmy's shock comedy quota, it was only a matter of time before we got to one of these. And we're surprised it took this long, to be honest. The target? Cue German comedian and co-panelist Henning Wehn.
Henning, I'm not going to do any jokes about German stereotypes because I've been asked not to and I'm just following orders.
In his trademark bait-and-switch style, Carr proves that even if English isn't your first language, he's still got your back, in his own unique way.
Henning does have a disadvantage playing Countdown in his second language. Of course, maybe things would be different if his granddad had fought a bit harder.
Fathers, children's, wives and grandfathers, Jimmy is fun for the whole family. Sometimes.
Henning Wehn is the most common answer given when British people are asked to name a famous German. No, not that one.
Number 4, comebacks. Jimmy Carr laughing and joking.
What is the worst gift you've ever got? Birthday, anniversary, Christmas, Valentine's. What is the worst piece of shit you ever got?
As well as his darkly humorous stand-up and many TV appearances, it's Jimmy's razor-sharp wit that's made him the star he is today. His ability to pull the reverse Uno card on hecklers is truly the stuff of legend.
Your mum is such a chunky monkey wobble slob.
What makes his zingers even more delicious is that some of his most heinous moments have come from responding to hecklers that he encourages.
What did you say? What was it? Stop stalling? Yeah? What's your name? Are you trying to say Gary?
His comebacks are by far the best examples of a comedian leaving behind the charred remains of hecklers. Number 3, the 8 out of 10 cats tax scandal episode. 8 out of 10 cats.
Well, Jimmy, we all like to put a bit of money away for a rainy day. But I think you're more prepared than Noah.
Who said that the harshest Jimmy Carr jokes are the ones that came out of his own mouth. In 2012, as he was embroiled in the middle of a huge tax scandal, Jimmy kept up his TV appearances. He should have known better. The entire episode is packed with tax jokes, insults, and angry applause from the audience.
What a pleasure it is to be sat next to the only man in Britain more flexible than your accountant.
We're not gonna lie, seeing Jimmy get a taste of his own brutal medicine is incredibly satisfying. But the best part of this is watching him own up to his mistake and take the beating like a man.
But you've apologised, haven't you? You've apologised today.
I have apologised, Sean, and in my defence... No, I got nothing.
Number 2, versus Amy Childs. 8 out of 10 cats.
Well, I went to private school, so I never did go, like, my teacher never went on strike, so...
You went to private school?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a waste of money.
Childs of Only Way is Essex fame took a seat on the panel for this episode of 8 out of 10 cats, and boy was that a mistake. It only takes minutes before Jimmy is decimating her verbally.
Well, you were bored because I think I've seen this DVD.
Very funny. Do you know what, though? And I got head girl as well. I was head girl.
You were head girl?
Head girl.
This is the same.
Though, let's be honest, she was asking for it with all that boasting. Jimmy is absolutely relentless in this clip, able to find a comeback for every word she has.
I'm not stupid, I know.
All right, well, I'm just clarifying for you sort of are a bit, so...
Number 1, roasting Pete Davidson. Comedy Central roast of Rob Lowe. Just when we thought there was no way that Carr's jokes could get any darker and more depraved, US comedian Pete Davidson's late father was a hero firefighter who tragically passed away.
Pete Davidson's here.
We all know that Jimmy wouldn't miss a chance at a joke like this for all the money in the world.
I'm appalled that people would come here and make jokes about the sacrifice Pete's heroic father made on 9/11. This is not the roast of Pete Davidson's father. That was in 2001.
There's absolutely nothing more Jimmy Carr than making a joke about an American hero during an American tragedy in one of your biggest American appearances to date, and in front of his son too. Wow. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.